Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Noel's Tarot. If you haven't been here before, welcome in. It's so beautiful to see you. And if you've been here, same thing goes for everyone. Again, it's just beautiful to see you. Today we're going to be doing, there's been a lot of death and rebirth energy. Excuse any noise a lot since early morning. But there's been a lot of death and rebirth energy going on with the last few readings. So I decided for this set of readings I wanted to check in on this transformation that you guys are going through, because I feel a huge transformation that everyone's going through. So I just wanted to get some clarity on that. Insight, awareness, I know that usually helps if you're going through something. Faith helps if you're going through something, again, that you can't really see what you're going through, but a little awareness can help you push through. So yeah, please like, share, subscribe if you want to. Personal readings, if anyone wants personal reading from me specifically, I got some information below for you. Excuse me, sorry. Again, early morning, my body's just kind of figuring out how to work again. But yeah, gonna be looking at that transformation. Gonna be looking at your present. Your past, your present, your transformation, and your future. Looking at that with the Prism Oracle. One card from there, one card from the Hermetic Tarot. Page of Swords, Gemini energy, and then clarifying with the Lenormand. So, other than that, let's see what we got. Hope you guys are doing good. Just making sure I don't forget anything else before we jump into this. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see what we got for Gemini. Just a ton of things flying out. You guys could be going through a cleanse right now. I felt that cleanse energy. Sorry, I'm shuffling, but there's a lot of cleaning going on too, so it could be cleanse energy. Let's see what we got. In the past, we've got pain. I can see. Okay, so, and this is a red card, so maybe having to get to the root of something, to the core of some sort of an issue. What do you have in your present? Mystery. Sort of a darker area, because these are definitely darker cards. So just a darker space that you're moving through. Very interesting. With mystery in your present, could be just a level, again, of just things you may not know, may not be aware clearly of right now. We'll pull a card from the Hermetic Tarot to see. What do you have with your transformation? Determination. I love that. I love that. It's dark. This is very dark. But this is a very bright card. It seems like your transformation has something to do with definitely just pushing through what seems to be painful, what seems to be unknown. Maybe something you can't control completely. It can be frustrating. Let's see. But you're determined. What is in your future? Love it, magic, and then that's a purple card too. It's a little lighter than that mystery card, and that's that vision. It's something about your sight and your vision too. You've got, I almost feel like night vision with that, but just and what I always imagine Gemini is an animal with night vision, for some reason, one of those animals, in a very cute way. I hope that's not coming off wrong, Maybe a space at the bottom, for sure. Probably getting some space, or maybe you're in a space that just, again, is just very dark. Let's see. The Seven of Swords seems to be sliding through quite a bit. Let's see what we got with the Hermetic Tarot. The colors are interesting. It's just like red, purple, and yellow. Red, purple, and yellow. Let's see, we got feelings, definitely. So, root feelings. Okay. What do we have with pain? Why is there pain? The world. This is the great one of the nighttime. What did I... So, there's night vision here. So, there's definitely a night... a feeling of darkness. But this is the world also, too. They call it the universe in this deck, but it's a 21. So, maybe something that's been completed. There's maybe a large lesson. A large lesson that's brought you some amount of pain. With Taurus and the South Node here. I see Taurus and I see the South Node in this card. So South Node's all about who the life you were born into. You need to think of like nature versus nurture. So it's like nurture would be how you would bring yourself up, how you take care of yourself, what you would make of yourself, and that would be North Node, the choices you make and how you bring yourself into like your path. South Node is sort of like what you were brought into, the choices other people made around you, the environment, the nature, if that makes sense. So I just feel like pain from maybe lessons you've gone through from how from where you've come from, and choices, not entirely made by you, but a life, that environment that you were grown up in. I see Taurus here too, so I think of stability, I think of pain, I think of Venus. So this could be about values, lessons and values that have brought pain. Maybe you're completing something and that's brought a level of pain. Like you completed a lesson, now it's like a little painful because the lesson's over. Maybe you're shedding some people, some things. With pain too, I feel like that's shedding for sure. There's blood in there, Maybe there's been some bloodshed. I hope not. Peace be. I'm so sorry if there's been, that's a really tough thing. I understand what that's like. What do we have with mystery in the present? Why is there mystery? Five of Swords, Lord of Defeat. And that's Venus and Aquarius. Yeah. The Five of Swords, it could just be definitely some conflict. Conflicting with probably values. Maybe you have an unconventional set of values. Maybe you value things differently than the people around you, or the people who matters. And there's just probably been just like conflicts within conversations, within maybe your minds just don't work the same anymore. With mystery, I feel like you're again moving through a space where like it feels almost like a portal where it's like there's other people here and it's like for some reason you guys could be on the same plane, but it's like there's conflict because maybe you see how these two dots are facing away from each other. It's like you're facing away from people, with that Five of Swords. And the fives can be about just like the self. So it's like maybe you have to face away from others to understand yourself better. But there's definitely some conflict there for some reason. Because usually the fives I can definitely pull out like as much positive as I can, but with that it feels definitely just very conflicted for some reason. And then with that Venus, it feels because of your values, what you value, what you care about, what you love. Maybe it's unconventional, and that's okay, but I don't think that the people maybe around you maybe kind of agree. Determination in your what's the transformation? Tell me about this. The Hierophant. Wow. And determination. Determination to stand up for your fucking values. With the Hierophant for sure. And that's a 5 again. So see, there's the positive 5 that I'm feeling here. And Gemini with the sidereally. That's a strange one, but sidereally, in the sidereal form would be the Hierophant, because it would be Taurus, because Gemini would move back to Taurus, So I feel, and I think of, it's almost like reaching for like something higher than yourself. This transformation. Maybe it's not an energy that you're entirely comfortable in. but it's an energy that's pulling you forward. It's like Gemini, but not that you're not grounded. Everyone's grounded on their own level, but it's like such a. I think there's some sort of a position on like here on Earth that you're holding. Like you may have like some level of authority, but like this is definitely determined just to stand up for like your beliefs. And I think that that's important because I think there's definitely some pain and some misery because of like some conflict with the people around you and some lessons that you've been through with them, and like just how you like you stand up for your own values. It's a huge transformation for you right now. So we have in the future with magic, the Ace of Swords. First of all, because whenever the Ace of Swords comes out right after something, it feels like whatever right before. So like with that Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, it moves. That's sort of a 6 too. But definitely in the future, you are creating your vision. You are creating that something off of those values, something off of your beliefs, something that's really important to you. And the vision, it's like true sight. But again, I'm feeling that night vision. Why am I feeling that night vision thing? The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords and the magic. You see how like it's like truth, like direct truth, and then that vision right there. It's like the sight that you have, something that you have in sight. It's like the Ace of Swords. It could be a new, because with the 5 of Swords here, this is definitely like now 6 of Swords vibes, where it's like you're moving forward off of something that you see. You have a vision, you're moving forward towards it. And if a Gemini is moving towards something in that direct like Knight of Swords vibe, right, like there's no stopping that judgment. And judgment is Scorpio, which is almost closely opposite from you guys, but not directly. Anyways, Lord of the Root of Powers of Air. That's Gemini for sure. So it's like you're in a strong energy with this, and that would be the whoa. How did I forget how did I forget this whole time? Gemini would be the Magician. Okay, so let's clarify it with the Lenormand because I gotta see what's up. Yeah, see what's up. And then I gotta get out here because I'm hungry and I got stuff to do. The World, the 5 of Swords, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords. That's a lot of 5. And that's interesting. Okay. Hold on, that's a 10. Okay. Let's clarify with the Lenormand. Pain and the World. What do we have for that? The Book. So I said 10. And the 10 of Pentacles comes out. It feels like the end of a story and the brand new beginning of a new one, and you're starting that story now. Like in the past, because with this in the past and pain, maybe it's been a painful story. And with the World, it's something you're putting it into. If it's been painful, you're shedding that old story and you're starting to write a new one. Right, here's the 6. Here's that 6 coming out with the Lenormand. That's beautiful. The King of Wands. This could be about people's commitments to you, your commitments to other people, how you express yourself. You could be someone who's a little bit more just dynamic. When I see King of Wands in this book, I think main character energy for sure, because it's like King of Wands and in the book, so it's like it could be a bit of a main character, thing. And I just find that funny because it's like that could be, if you are the main character in that book, and you should definitely recognize that, because I see 2 and 6 here, and I think the 6 is I think a balance, and now I think of the 2, so maybe they're in relationships. There hasn't been an equal balance. Where it's like you might have that main character energy, but you might sacrifice that in order to balance other people out. And I think that's been maybe something part of the story, where it's like you champion other people instead of championing yourself. You commit to other people way more than you commit to yourself. And that's been the story, but I think that's shedding. What do we have? Shedding, and not just shedding, but a whole brand new story is being written. And again, main character, that's you. Main character energy is, with that Ace of Swords and Magic and the Magician, they write the show about the magician, babe. It's the magician's act, babe. So let's see what we got with the present, with mystery. Why is there mystery in the Five of Swords? The Ace of Wands. Okay, listen, this is a 25, and in your past you had a 26. So here's a story, and in the present, you're taking a step back, again with that energy. Maybe people's commitments to you have been a bit of a mystery because of where you land on a values level, where you land on a mental level. And so now it's a bit of a foggy area because you're realizing, or not realizing, but maybe you're starting to wonder if you value, or if you value the same things that people around you do, if people are as committed to you as you're committed to yourself. When the Ace of Wands, this is like this feels like again with this five, like these fives and these aces, like you feel that maybe something has to change. Because maybe it's just it's too dark. It's too dark to like, you know, when it's like I feel this definitely too, where it's like there's, if it's like, I'm feeling like shady, and I feel that too with like Gemini, because Gemini is such a mature sign. But of course, everyone has their balance, and you gotta love it. So it also can be that shady, and that's why people can normally attribute to like a shady, gossipy sign. But it also that the reason I say that is because it's like you probably feel, because you have that balance, you probably feel that shady energy from people when it's like, are you really like about me, or are you just giving me that double face, that triple face? Because not to say that Gemini is double or triple faced, but they do have the Gemini can handle the aspects of multiple personality masks, in order, like the same way that anyone you talk about you would do if you had different people. Sometimes people talk about having just different faces for different people, or different voices, different people. It's a natural thing for some people. Maybe it is, maybe not for some people, but like, you know, balance again. What I'm saying here is, I'm not calling Gemini multiple face, but you may have that energy where you understand that multiple personality mask energy just a bit more. So since you understand it, you can see it from people when it's happening, and you can understand maybe the feeling of it. So it's like, if they're not committed to you, you can feel that. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope that I'm not calling you I'm not calling you two-faced. But, and wow, that's a match with that. Maybe there's a match. Maybe you found your match too as well. Because I feel that with the ring, I should have said that there's like definitely like you found your match sort of a vibe. But and it could be a bit of a mystery, because like if you found your match, it's like, is this really the person for me? But it's also, if not romantic, because it definitely feels romantic with the ring. It screams romantic with the ring. But if it's not romantic, and it's just like regular, not just regular, but different sorts of platonic relationships, familial relationships, it also feels like, with this, you feel that purple energy. Purple is, I feel Pisces, faith, release, surrender. So there's probably a process of mystery that you're having to release to. And it's like, I think the best way that you're getting through is like committing to yourself and releasing to yourself. And you can't control anything else around you, but you can control yourself. And you see that bit of red? That's that action that gets taken. That's beautiful. I love that, because it's all about faith and that little tiny bit of action. That's the action you take within yourself to really commit to yourself and push forward. And you'll be surprised about what the universe pulls through for you. It's fucking, that's beautiful. And you see, again, that's 25. The first one was 26, because you understand your story, and now you take a step back to understand yourself. It's like big picture, understand the whole story, and then zoom in. You know, the micro macrocosm thing. It's zoom out and then zoom back in. Which again, with this purple Pisces, when I think of big picture and small picture, I think of Pisces and Virgo. So again, I don't know, the details, the big picture. I hope you feel what I'm feeling. I hope you feel what I'm saying. Definitely with values and committing, it could just be a mystery like who's committed to you. The moon here too, yeah. And emotionally, like, that's important. Let's keep it moving. You got, I'm so sorry, it took forever, but you got the determination in your transformation, which rhymes, and that's the first time I'm realizing that. But what do we have for that? Right, the Ten of Swords, in a beautiful way, because it's a ship. I do love the Ten of Swords in the lenormand because it's a ship. So you're moving forward. Something's ending for sure. You're taking a journey, quite possibly, and the 3 is Gemini. So movement. And with the Hierophant, if your beliefs, if your values aren't upheld within the environment that you're in, you're up and moving. Like I said, you're keeping moving it forward. There's no backtracking when it comes to the success that you want for yourself. With that 5, like, what you believe for yourself. What you, major, like someone just punched me in the ear. Although I don't think I've ever been punched that hard in the ear, and I better not be. The Hierophant, I was gonna say because I will punch back, and I wasn't gonna say it, but now I'm feeling because it's energy. It's like with these values, it's like I'm keeping it moving, and if you have anything else to say really against that, we can scrap. That's what it feels, because the Hierophant, that's so serious. But it's so open though. That's the thing that I feel like my heart feels for you, because it's like you have your own values, but you're so open to what other people have to say and what other people believe. But it's just like they don't give jack shit about what you have to believe, and they're not really valuing that just as much as you're valuing them. And that's bullshit, and I feel that. So it's like, yeah, I'm moving forward, and you can come with me, but if you have anything if you want to destroy this boat, if you have something to say against this boat, the determination is like, we can scrap, we can go. And I agree with that, because your values are important. And it's not just that your values are important, but you fucking value other people's values. And that is the thing. I'm so sorry for like but you really value other people's values too. And that's just, and I think that's why the Ten of Swords is here, because that's what hurts the most. And with this 5, it's about the self. So like maybe you really are determined to just go off to yourself. And it's because it's like you really put in that energy for other people's values. And it's like, shedding other people can hurt sometimes, but what really does feel the best is when you see just how how like beautifully whole you feel afterwards, because of the and once you and I always feel once you really fill that void with nothing but yourself, that's usually when you stumble upon the people that really are there for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they see you you see each other. They see you just as beautifully as you see yourself. It's a process. It's a journey with that shit. Take your time. So what do we have with magic and the Ace of Swords? And then we'll get you some advice and then get you on out of here. Magic and the Ace of Swords in the future. I love this set of readings right now because, and I don't know if it's going to continue. I'm not going to put nothing on it. Knock on the wood, whatever I got to do. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but the death energy is continuing to come out. And it's interesting just because, like, whatever. If you saw the other readings, you know, I didn't really, whatever. I didn't exactly understand if this was the right direction to go in, but it feels kind of right because we have death again. Death has been coming out in all these readings since. This is Knight of Pentacles too, so this is about the self and sovereignty, and this is an 8, so 8 to a 9. Which is interesting because death is about an end, but you see the 8 goes to a 9, so for something to end, that 8, you realize that 8s are never really ending. It's their infinity symbol, so it's like it moves forward into something else. Death is nothing but a beginning for something else. I think in the future, you are meeting your transformation. You see that? Where it's like the eye has that sight, that vision. And look, death. What happens when and I just listened to if you haven't listened to it, go listen to Beeps in the Trap. Cool podcast. I'll probably leave a link below. It's freaking hilarious. I was listening to that, and they were talking. Bree, the podcast host, Bree, amazing person. She was talking about the fact that, like, no one knows what happens when we die. Some people like claim to know, and it was a funny little, funny ass podcast. And she's a Taurus, so I think that you guys could benefit from that energy, especially with this Hierophant here. Just like really go into that podcast. That would really, I think that could be something good for you guys, genuinely. But yeah, when death does happen, it's dark, completely dark. So it's like I feel this night vision again. So even though you're in a death process, you have some sort of a really good sight. And I don't mean to call Gemini an animal, but I'm going to say it straight out. I always feel like Gemini has sort of like, again, like I was saying, that some sort of an animal that can see in the dark really well, but like some sort of a small, like, not rodent. And I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to call you a rodent. I don't know the best word for it. It's really cute though. I hope you understand that. It's really cute, but it has night vision and it's like an animal. And that's what I always imagine Gemini as for some reason. So I feel like that's your power move, and you're meeting that in the future with like clear sight, and you're gonna go through this transformation process quite well. Maybe one more on that. Wow. We have the man with the heart, but it's the ravenous man. So, wow, yeah, it's a death. Do you feel that? He feels like a phoenix in this moment. It's like a death, and then a complete, like this man was, you see, and then it feels like this is definitely meeting your transformation process and meeting that rebirth in your future. And this is the immediate future. I forget to mention that this is definitely used the immediate future for whenever you see this. It's a 28, so 8, 9, 10, babe. 8, 9, 10. The beginning. This is a whole new beginning. That's the way my heart felt when I saw that, because it's an 8 to a 9 and a 28 right here, and then also 2 and an 8. So again, things that don't end, things that begin and end, like a continuous infinite process. And then 2 about relationships. So this could be a brand new beginning that's beginning now. Beginning that's beginning now. I meant to say a brand new relationship that's beginning now. And I say that right as the 27 is about to end, so the 9 is about to end. So I feel like you guys are going right into that 10, that 28. There she goes. Wow, Gemini. I said the 2 is about, there's something about relationships and about your heart, and we have the broom here. So whipping shit into shape with this 11. And that's a 2, so again, but relationships, and that was a 2, and it was a 1-1, so that was about, you know, you individually and the other person individually. You individually, like maybe 2 aspects of yourself, comparing, reflecting, because 11 is reflecting. 11 is also justice, so doing the right thing for yourself, and that's how you reflect. That's how you get people to reflect you, is you do good things for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sort of. It doesn't always work out that way. I know control is like it doesn't always, things don't always happen exactly how we want them to. But if you want the best results, you usually take care of yourself best the first. And when you reflect that, you usually not only understand what's right for you, but you can recognize it when it is and really receive it well. And push it away if it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some last advice for you. And get you out of here. What would be the best advice for Gemini with the lenormand? On the flow. Did y'all see that Amazon Prime original? It's that, I can't remember the name, and I'm pissed. I'll put it in the comments or something. But it was funny. And it was stupid. But it was so funny. And I think that's what helped, because it was goofy. But, I mean, it really had some, it had some good, like modern culture stuff to it that I really appreciated, that I really, push the boundaries and such. But it had the Fridays on the Flow song. Like, I can't remember. It's like, it was so stupid, and I still downloaded the song and I listened to it. But it's so stupid, and I think I like it because it keeps me balanced when I'm doing a lot of like serious stuff, and I'm doing like a lot of like things that are important to me, like adult stuff. But like, I keep a balance of like fun things that are, I don't know. But it was a really stupid thing. But anyways, your advice. The child. So that's what I'm saying. You have the man here, and you're going through a death process, and I think this is a really, really heavy process. It's a lot of work. I think the best thing you can do, and that's the Knight of Swords. Did I talk about Knight of Swords? I felt that with your vibe, because it's page and then knight, sort of, for me. But it's like you're going back, you're taking a step back, possibly. But then also, and that's 13, that's the death card in the tarot. A rebirth. You're possibly definitely bringing like a version of yourself to the forefront. Look how this man is looking at you. Really care for that child. Probably values something that you really care for. Look at what he's looking at. That book, babe. He's looking at that book, babe. You could be reading something that's important to you. You could be being asked to read something that's important to you. Do you see that? I don't know. It's a really cool. I'm reading something that's important to me right now. That I read when I was a kid, actually. Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. Never read it. Please go read it if you want to. Good series. My favorite. Advice. The advice is to care for this. Care for this. Be open and transparent. You see how open and transparent his, like, bare-chested, vulnerable, about your true wishes and dreams, about the things that you care for, no matter how old you were, and bringing that into a major adult version of yourself. I'm telling you, that Amazon Prime original, if I can't remember the name, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. And the compass, number of the universe, I do like that. Or put it right there. Talking about the direction you're going in. What direction would you want to move in? And realize that with the elements here, you have control. This is the magician energy with this element. You have the control to control all these elements. Your heart. Let's see what we got. You got your heart. You got your time, your resources. You can control that. You can control your mind. You can control your soul, your passions. You can control all that. That'll push you in a direction. But what you can't control is the time, the patience. There's a lot of things about the world and how things work, and what comes upon us sometimes that we can't control. And that's not to worry about, because as long as you got this handled, you're going to be good. You're going to be good. You're going to be balanced out, structured, cool with yourself. This is a huge transformation. Wow, guys. Whoa. I'm going to definitely go eat after this because I feel like I need it. Either ways, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so I pray that this transformation goes smooth for you guys, because you're important and you deserve that. You're important and you deserve that. You are very important and you definitely deserve that. I just gotta keep saying it so you know. Beautiful. Again, personal readings if you want one. And not just any readings like this, not doing any type you need. But if you want any information on that also, down below, there's some info on that. I think an email. And then also, like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It's so beautiful. Other than that, and comment and all that stuff. Other than that, you guys have a beautiful day. Beautiful day and a beautiful transformation. And, stay safe through all of it. You're going to be beautiful. This is awesome. Bye, guys. Have a good one.